Soul Calibur 6. Raphael, the cold, cruel head of the Sorel family, is known for his fencing prowess and deep knowledge of medical science. Though still young, he has survived numerous plots and venomous political strife to establish his family as part of the ruling elite. However, when the evil seed occurred, a noble that he had backed went violently insane and attempted to kill the king. Seeing this as the perfect opportunity to strike, Raphael's political enemies blamed him for the incident and attacked his Paris home. Betrayed one by those around him, Raphael fled to his birthplace, Rouen, in order to mount a counterattack. Though he arrived safely after shaking off his pursuers, he did not get the welcome he had hoped for.
Nicola, why are you fraternizing with the enemy?
Dear uncle, it is you who has driven me to this. How could you support a traitor who sought to slay His Highness?
You have nowhere left to run, Lord Raphael, former head of the House of Sorel.
So even my own flesh and blood would debase themselves to save their own skin. You think by selling me out the same won't happen to you?
We are simply doing what you have taught us. Trust no one. Those of no worth must be cast aside, even one's own parents.
Such callous teachings are worthy of your fearsome reputation. But no matter. In a few days, your head will be paraded about the streets of Paris.
Let us begin! Let's dance! Come on! Fight! On guard! Get on your knees! Get on your knees. Fight! Let us begin. It's time for you to perish. Let us begin. Checkmate. That's more like it. Try to have some dignity. With my blade, I shall forge a new world. Damn it all. Everything started going wrong that day. The day that great beam of light pierced the sky. Blast! How many more pursuers must I slay?
He's headed into the slums. You lot secure the surrounding area.
I have nothing left. Life is but a series of betrayals. None shall give me a second glance if I look like this. A pauper's daughter?
I heard something over here.
No. This back alley can't be my end.
You, child. A strange noble passed through here, didn't he? Tell me where he went.
Okay.
Is this how my life is to end? Betrayed by a child?
You went over there and hid behind the horse cart.
The coward! After him! He should still be nearby!
What?
They're gone now.
Indeed. You saved me.
Nah, I just wanted to annoy them.
Still, I'm glad. So, tell me your name.
Amy?
Amy. Amy.
You're silly. Why cry when you're safe?
And that, friends, was how Raphael made his very first actual friend. Oh man, I wouldn't think about recording this, but I figured I might as well. The young girl from the slum that has saved Raphael's life. Raphael, who had never relied on anyone but himself, having someone to come to his aid no matter. Was no small matter, even if his salvation was born purely of a child's whims. Amy's action was enough to rouse emotions Raphael has long forgotten.
This should do it. Just don't touch the wound.
Thanks. Us poor folk never get to see a doctor. Then again, it's not as if we've any reason to live.
In my short while here, not one of these people has spoken with hope.
You know, life's strange sometimes. Red's a loner and normally doesn't trust others. Speak of the devil. Farewell.
Hi, Raphael. I have some bread. It's not much, but here.
You're too kind. The money I earned... Oh no, he left without paying.
Dummy.
I've been wondering, Amy. Do you not
Yeah, I'm
have
pretty
a family?
sure that was mainly
Don't
because
know.
he was
I've
too
always
caught up in
been
the
alone
moment.
as far back as I can remember.
It must be tough for an orphan to fend for herself.
Hope only leads to despair. At least when I'm alone, no one can betray me. Right?
From a
Damn.
young age, she's never
She even
trusted
sounds soulless.
anyone. Just like me.
Just like
Whether
my
one is
sister.
rich or poor, life is equally twisted and corrupt.
Joking, of course.
Someone's coming.
Gingers are wonderful
Hide.
people. Especially my sister.
Why, hello, Red. You're a slippery one.
Everyone around
Did
here
she
has
not
paid
tell
their
anyone else
protection
her
money.
name or something?
Except you. What is it? Have you found yourself another bodyguard?
Don't be stupid.
I know you've got some vagabond looking after you. How dare you bring trouble to my territory? First, your left leg. Then...
Filthy vermin! Unhand her now!
I like you, Raphael, in this story. I know you're destined to become a villain later on, but I kind of hope you don't. Granted, that would require very specific circumstances to occur.
How wonderful!
But it'd be nice to see what would happen if you don't become malfected.
Let's dance!
Go in a different direction.
Get on your knees!
I know for people who want to hit you with the katana, you not turn into a malfected monster will make your life a lot easier. I love that. How that's such a fatal fighting style there. Or attack pattern. This is the first one that actually look like this.
It's time for you to perish! Checkmate! That's
BAM! Now you're naked! BAM!
Try to have some dignity.
Get ready to get stabbed!
With my blade, I shall forge a new world!
A new world full of nudists! Nudists! After he manages to somehow chop off all their
Amy,
clothing.
are you all right? Show me your leg.
You didn't need to come out. Getting hit's no big deal. It's normal.
No, Amy. It's not. That's not the way the world is.
Really?
You've given me a future. In return, I must give you the same.
Go ahead, if that's what you want.
On the run. With the aristocracy continuing to fight their petty battles, ordinary people have all but surrendered their spirits and given up on life. Like animated corpses, their lives drained of all meaning and joy. Instead, Raphael decided to best seek refuge with Amy in the land where the sun never sets. Spain.
Your blade is sharp, but a little too straight. That's the brilliance of a French sword, and it's failing.
Indeed. However, there is someone whose life I must protect. That's why I must learn the best techniques Spanish swordsmanship has to offer.
Very good. A sword is indeed for protection. You must move with rhythm and swing your sword with passion. On guard!
I don't know why, but I really do like this story. And funny enough, Raphael Tinsley is the main character too.
Let's dance!
But only in the form of, you know, fighting, being the guy who beats up and fights nightmares.
Come on! Get on your knees! Spirited! Spirited, are we? Let us begin! Real power! Let's dance! Terrible! Get on your knees! How wonderful! It's
You
time
son of a bitch.
for you to perish!
I'll make you do.
Checkmate! That's more like it!
Checkmate. That's more like it. I don't know why I like the idea of the fight
Excellent.
ending like
All
that.
movement must come from the heart. You appear to have grasped that concept well.
I'm grateful for your instruction. Actually, I have one more request. This girl, I'd like her to learn to protect herself.
Such a sense of caution. It's difficult to teach one who keeps a lock on their heart. However, I may know someone who can be of assistance.
Really? Please introduce us at once.
Raphael, you're such a dummy.
The road home, and they wandered through Spain like nomads. Raphael sharpened their blade skill while also teaching Amy some techniques. However, with his enemies a constant threat, he felt his and Amy's nomadic lifestyle would do more harm than good, so took the route of crossing the border back into France via mountain.
Raphael, I'm cold. Hold my hand.
Sorry, Amy. How's this? We must find sanctuary, no matter what it takes. I can't teach you properly if we keep having to escape.
Suddenly
Raphael,
ninjas!
Sorel, I never thought I'd see you on French soil. How unfortunate for you to run into us.
I thought we'd be safe over the mountains. Are you sure you all want to come at me without reporting my discovery first?
We're not falling for that old trick. We'll only need to send a report of your death.
Amy, do you remember what I taught you? Strike the enemy true, one by one. You need only worry about protecting yourself.
Already time to deal with some assassins. Time to assassinate the assassins.
Right, let us begin. Get ready. Bleed. Come on. Come on.
Ready?
May not be the best Raphael player, but I like the very least trying out. For all this game so far, I like playing as Asgard mode. Granted, I wouldn't say I'm the best at them either, but
Let's dance.
learn decent at This guy sounds way too innocent to be part of this group of assassins.
Get on your knees.
I think that evil laugh was warranted. Now let's see. Now for the big guy himself. Or lady, apparently.
It's time for you to perish. Checkmate. That's more like it.
Now you're naked. That's what happens when you challenge Raphael. He makes everyone strip. Even
Try to have some
even the men. You should be frightened.
Still want more?
now freeze. Freeze to death.
It's over! You don't want anything to happen to the girl, do you?
Amy! Let her go!
Certainly. In exchange for your life.
You win. Amy's everything to me.
Raphael! You dummy!
Amy?
Cut that branch!
Ah!
What the? The snow! Damn you!
Yeah!
Stupid brat!
Cut down by a child.
all of
How
it?
do you feel?
Yes. You did well, Amy. Nobody should
You're
follow us,
welcome.
for the time being at least. If it weren't for Amy's quick thinking and skill, we'd be done for. I can't protect her with only a sword.
Good thing that, granted, I haven't have video showing this off, but in Libra of Soul, you can actually show up during that moment and actually get rid of a couple of other assassins who would have otherwise ambushed them immediately after that. So, yay! How they managed to get by that, I don't know, quick thinking. After crossing the mountains, Raphael and Amy arrived at a citadel to the south of France. To ensure her safety, they assured Raphael she would need a decent home and financial security. So, disguising his real name, he became a servant to the wealthy Lord Dumas. Which totally is not a reference
You
to
do too much for me, Raffi.
reputation as Raphael.
You are supposed to be my guest, yet it is I who remain in your debt.
You have allowed 2 strangers into your home, Lord Dumas. I am simply returning your kindness.
My servants speak very highly of you, too. You possess great wisdom, quick judgment, and charity. That is why I feel most distressed. Will you not rethink dueling on my behalf?
Certainly not, my lord. I am your sword and staff. I merely wish to protect your honor and name while you are ill.
Battle 1. Fight!
Get ready!
Might just be me, but I'm pretty sure I met this red swordsman before. Really saw him.
Get ready! Enjoy! Let us begin!
Because I think I recall seeing him fight Nightmare.
Get ready! You're mine! Spirited, are we?
Battle 2. Fight!
Come on!
I can't move!
Spirited, are we?
Not over! 3. Fight!
Hope you're ready to perish, but now you face
It's
Lord
time
Raphael.
for you to
Lord
perish!
Raffi, the stripper! But it is not I. It is you who shall
That's more like it.
strip of your clothing.
Checkmate. That's more like it.
That's so close.
Checkmate. That's more like it. Try to have some dignity.
Ah, damn it! You ruined your perfect finale.
You're worthless. Better luck.
Oh well, probably better I didn't do it like that.
Very good, Raffi.
That
Seeing
said-
your devotion has made up my mind.
What do you mean, my lord?
You're welcome, my lord. It is
Listen,
good to strip
Raphi,
people for you.
I will soon meet my end, and I have no child of my own. It would make me so happy if you would become the heir to my fortune. However, I have one request.
I am overwhelmed by your generosity. What is your request?
That girl, Amy, is it? She is not your daughter, correct? If you are to become my son, you should send her away, to an orphanage, perhaps. As I have said before, she seems to be a great weight around your neck.
I did not expect you to say such a thing. How about we continue this conversation over some tea? I recently managed to obtain some fine, rare chinaware from the East.
Oh, really? What type? I got it from some birds. A perfect world. I shall toast to the death of those who come. I shall toast to the death of those who come between Amy and I. Raphael became Lord Dumas' adopted son, declaring that his relatives had gone on a long journey. His previous efforts to gain everyone's trust has paid off. As not one soul died.
Thank you. How are the lessons going?
You know, it's weird. Like, in one
Very
sense,
good,
he
young
did totally
master.
murder that old
The girl
guy.
will grow into a fine lady.
But in his other
On his return,
sense,
my lord will be
he's
struck
kinda
dumb in
justified.
disbelief. Still...
Raphael, I think I'm more suited to sword practice. Can't you teach me, like you used to?
Amy, you're smart enough to understand. If you want to carve a future for yourself, you need an education and manners.
I know, but you meanie.
Man, he
As you
looks so
can see,
different
there
older.
is still some way to go.
Amy. Can I really offer Amy a bright future like this? I came to this reading room looking for answers, but I'm coming up empty-handed. Ample finances, a safe place, a fine education. Despite the freedom this lifestyle offers, it's not enough. This letter. Report on the evil seed. Could it be? There's no mistaking it. This is research on that abominable evil seed. Malfestation? Madness? The evolution of humanity? Interesting. It all sounds so fantastical. This was written by Scholar of the Future. Who could that be? Soul Edge. A cursed sword that feeds on souls?
This is wonderful fiction! Amy, I have a new book for you!
Raphael?
I see. An exchange is made for power. Maybe this sword is the key.
What is it, Raphael?
Oh, Amy. Why the long face?
I was waiting for you to come back. I thought maybe you were mad about earlier. I've been scared recently. I never knew what it felt like to have something to lose till I met you.
You have nothing to fear. I shall make you the perfect world.
Raphael? Are you in here?
Of course. Here's a thought. How about some hot chocolate for a change?
The names of the warriors whose fates were bound
Gotta
to
say,
the two
that's kinda
swords
weird. Raphael,
have
are
been
you
etched
in
into
here?
the very
It's like-
fibers of history.
I feel like there might have been some little mistranslation or wording error. That's the start of his adventure in Soul Calibur 2. But wait! There's more! Yeah. Just like the character Zasalamel, he has a hidden chapter that you get from doing his mission in Libra of Souls. So, for those of you who those of you who haven't beaten Libra of Souls yet, I recommend, especially you, Gat, turn away right now. Yeah, something spurred me on to do this quest, which will become very apparent by the end. But please, come back after you finish this, or that way you can see. You know, do it yourself. In the mentioned library, Raphael soon came across the enlightened writing someone who called themselves a scholar of the future. Deeply intrigued, he wrote over the words, transforming in time.
I knew it. It's well hidden, but all the documents point to the same thing. The cursed sword's soul edge gives power in exchange for the wielder's sanity. With this sword, I can put a stop to the petty wars between the nobles and create a new perfect world for Amy. Another late night. I wonder whether Amy's already asleep.
The day has long come to an end as Raphael leaves the reading room in the outbuilding and heads for the main house. Every step he took as he hurried toward his dear Amy, his legs became heavier. The familiar walk felt longer than usual, as though it was leading to somewhere different.
I've been waiting for you, Raphael Sorel.
Who are you?
Oh dear, kindly don't point that thing at me. I'm simply here to ask you what you're planning. For the sake of humanity's future, I hasten to add.
Humanity's future? You must be...
It was the so-called Scholar of the Future standing before him. Raphael explained his plan, pausing to ask questions about the cursed sword from time to time. But he was aware that at any moment, a fight to the death might erupt.
Oh my, so you intend to give Soul Edge to the nobles?
Their war will escalate as they try to steal it from each other, at least for a time. Ultimately, however, even the last one standing will perish on account of the sword, thereby ending the chaos.
So you wish to turn the Earth into some sort of purgatory? You would sacrifice the innocent masses so?
They live as if they were already dead, but they will become the foundation of a new world, giving their existence meaning.
I see, I see. You are fascinating. While our methods differ, I consider you a comrade on account of your lofty ideals. Now, before I go, comrade, I shall test you to see whether you have what it takes to claim the cursed sword.
Feast your eyes on my rapier, the creator of a new world.
I'm so glad he's alive. That's funny. Normally when you kill a villain in a game, the last thing you want to say is, I'm glad he's still alive.
Right, let's begin. It's time for you to perish. Let us begin. Hey. Checkmate. That's
BAM! Now you're straight. Oh god! I mean, my match. It looked like you were already tearing yourself to shit.
Checkmate. That's more like it.
Stick with me! Stick with me! What a marvelous invitation! For the human race! Can you stand the test? Accept this from me! My love! You passed!
Oh, did that mean we stop fighting? No!
It's time for you to perish!
Fuck.
Let us begin! Here I go!
Whew.
Bravo, comrade! Your wisdom will no doubt ensure you reach the soul edge before any other.
There are others? Then I must hurry.
Should you be wounded by the cursed sword, use this medicine. It will neutralize the poison, hopefully before you completely transform into a monster. Bon voyage.
Before Raphael knew it, the strange man was gone, and he was following the spiral staircase up to Amy's room. Though the medicine vial was new to him, it felt as though he had carried it all his life.
Amy, are you asleep? I'm going on a journey. A journey to make you the perfect world.
Raphael? Don't go.
Sorry to wake you. I'll stay by your side until you fall back to sleep. Good night, my dear, precious Amy.
So began the grand yet perverse plan, devised by one for the sake of another. When a twisted soul seeks the cursed sword, the cogs of history once again begin to turn. The names of the warriors whose fates were bound to the two swords have been etched into the very fibers of history.
Could that be the medicine that specifically turns Raphael and byproduct Amy into a vampire? Very interesting what they do with the lore here, huh? Oh man, that was good putting it as well. See, I'm not sure about you guys, but I'm actually really interested in the future, especially, well, the final chapter here does confirm this is a new timeline. Some people may be like, oh, man, I wish I did more with the story, changing it about stuff, considering, you know, this is all like a reboot. I can see the reason why they want to keep, for the most part, the foundation mostly the same. After all, there's still changes, deviations, and such that goes beyond just the two new characters. That said, I'm very curious. Considering he was defeated in 1587, but he was still active in, I want to say, halfway through 1589. Very interesting to see where he's going. But one thing I know for certain is that at least he will have quite the career now as a male stripper. Oh, I just find it funny. You know, Raphael, the one attack that just like makes everyone naked. I usually hate them characters. I don't know why. But the fact that that happened just makes me laugh. Bon voyage, everyone, and I hope you enjoyed this ride through Raphael's Chronicle of the Soul, the full thing, including the secret chapter. Maybe next time we'll see SOULCALIBUR. Well, and how his whole thing goes to fruition. By the way, I think probably the most confusing thing about to SOULCALIBUR is the sheer fact that his story, despite the fact that all he's doing in it is writing a record, start from here all the way to the end. Like Tyler might say is probably the only other person who has a story that like goes to the last. And even then, it's only an assumption. For all I know, SOULCALIBUR could be the farthest reaching character. But yeah, au revoir.